I want to film something, but I don't know what to film at the moment. So I don't really know what this video is about today. My eye makeup is a little bit wow out there because I just took some photos for Instagram. I don't really know what this video is going to be today. I've been reflecting a lot about a lot of things and to do with blogging and YouTube and my life, and I felt like I wanted to talk. I recently did a blog post on goals and comparison and trying to kind of appreciate the smaller goals that you are achieving, not taking them for granted and not beating yourself up if you aren't achieving your bigger goals just yet. I feel like in this day and age we place such a huge importance on kind of achieving those things that look good on the surface and that are visually appealing and that kind of create some kind of noise and that attract attention. And I feel like those are the goals that we strive towards, which is fine. It's fine to strive towards goals like that, but also not letting that be the be all and end all of life. I feel like every day we're achieving such kind of smaller goals, and we're not appreciating them. And in not appreciating them, we are being completely hard on ourselves because we're not recognizing the good stuff that's already standing right in front of us. I know that comparison right now is quite rife in the blogging industry, but not only the blogging industry, it's also really, really huge at the moment in the media and in everyday life and in career and in all these different avenues of life. We compare ourselves. It is human nature to compare ourselves. I found that you can't stop yourself from comparing. You can't shut that off. It's an instinctual thing of humans. You can't shut that off. What you can do is stop yourself from reacting to that comparison in the way that you do. Change the way that you react to that comparison in a more positive light. I know, for example, for me, I want to get into clinical psychology. It is ridiculously competitive to get into that field, and when I see people or hear about people that have got onto the training program for clinical psychology or are working as an assistant psychologist and I'm still not there yet, I compare myself heavily. I start to compare myself in all kinds of ways. It's my race, intellectual ability, it's the fact that I'm actually quite shit. Compare myself in the fact that so much to the point where I feel like it's no longer for me and that I will never get anywhere in life, and then that escalates into me thinking that I am a complete failure at life and that I'll never achieve anything. This is derived from just one thing of seeing someone in a job that I want, achieving a goal that I want to achieve, and comparing myself. Now if I flip that on itself and change it and change the way that I react to that comparison by saying to myself, okay, so I'm not in that role, but wait a second, I have actually got psychological responsibility in my current role. I am actually working towards being a psychologist. I'm actively working, engaging in therapeutic activities. I'm getting that experience, I'm getting that knowledge. Even though I don't have the role, I don't have that end goal yet, I'm working towards it and I'm getting towards it. It may be slow, but I'm getting there, and I feel like that's what's important to recognize, is that life is a journey. It's so important to recognize those small baby steps that we're taking towards our end goal and recognizing the smaller goals that you are achieving, because there are so many. I felt like for a long time I let the way I reacted to the comparison affect the way that I saw myself and the way that I saw my life, and it got me down. It got me down to the point where I just I felt so bad about myself. I felt like I was just the shittest person around. But I turned that round. At the end of the day, even if I haven't completed everything on my to-do list, or maybe I haven't done this great massive thing of, you know, being successful at something and achieving this great big massive goal, I like to kind of compile and make a list of smaller things that I've achieved. So maybe I got to work on time that morning, able to kind of practice being mindful for maybe 5 minutes, or I was able to get that half an hour in of reading and just that half an hour of relaxation in. Even if it's small, I think it's just the fact of recognizing it, recognizing that you're doing it, which is what's very important and so crucial and vital to your mental health and your psychological well-being and how you feel about yourself and how you view yourself. And I've recognized that now that I'm starting to recognize these smaller things that I'm doing, my motivation and my kind of drive to working towards these longer term goals and these bigger goals, it's increasing. I'm so much more motivated. I believe in myself so much more. I don't think of myself as a failure, and that to me is so important. God, I don't really know what's going on. This a big massive influx of sun has just come through and I can't get the light proper. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this topic. If you are feeling a bit down on yourself and a bit kind of like, I'm not doing great with my life at the moment, I just hope that this video can kind of inject a bit of inspiration or motivation into your life and just kind of help you look at something in a different way and to stop being so hard on yourself, because we are really hard on ourselves. This element of comparison, and things are so much more visual now, and you're seeing these amazing things and you're not seeing these amazing things for yourself, and it sometimes can be really, really debilitating. And I just want people not to be so hard on themselves. I feel like you are achieving, you're doing great, don't worry. Everything takes time and life is a journey, so just enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride. Yeah, I want to motivate people and inspire them. I know what it feels like to feel really down in the dumps and like you're not doing anything good and like you'll never amount to anything because you're not doing what you see other people do, and it sucks because you think, what are you doing wrong? But in actual fact, you're not doing anything wrong. Your journey is just slightly different to their journey and you'll get there eventually. But in the meantime, while you're getting there, just remember that you are doing absolutely great, and just recognize those smaller things, those smaller achievements that you are doing every day, and you'll be fine. And that's that for that very impromptu, weird video. I don't know what it was about. I don't really know where I was going with it, but I just hope it kind of made some kind of sense. I'm really loving being back on YouTube right now. I'm really, really enjoying it. Just being able to talk about issues and have an open discussion about things, to be able to have that platform to share it and open up your discussion to the world, even if I do have 80 subscribers, is an absolutely beautiful thing. I can have that discussion 80 times over, do you know what I mean? And that feels great to me. If you did like this video, I do have a blog post on it. It's called Don't Beat Yourself Up. I will leave it somewhere around here or here or here or somewhere. Do give it a read, guys. It was very well received on social media. A lot of people gave me really positive feedback on it. It helped me a lot as well being able to write it, and I think it's quite a helpful post, so do give it a read. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, comment. I really, really want us to feel, I want people to feel good about themselves, because feeling shit about yourself is not nice. And I think we're in a society now, because comparison is so rife, building each other up is the most important thing. It is so important. Not even just comparison, but horrible things going on in the world and people trying to divide everybody, and we just need to build each other up. So share it below, have a discussion amongst one another, or just have a discussion with your family and tell them what they're doing well, what they've achieved well, what you've achieved, and have that discussion and just get talking, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.